Huh. Must have dozed off. Well, no matter. Nothing ever happens around this old railroad depot anymore anyhow. Now that folks go gallivanting around the country in their automobiles and their campers and their buses and airplanes, just doesn't seem like there's much to do for an old railroad man like myself. But I think I got it licked. I keep busy. You see, I work on my model railroad. No kidding. This is my hobby. Of course, I'll admit there are other hobbies like stamp collecting. Then there's butterfly hunting. And stamp collecting. And also, some like bird watching. And stamp collecting. But I prefer model railroading. And that's what our story is all about.
From the beginning, man has always been a thinker, constantly dreaming up new ideas. The idea grows, man nurtures it, struggles to develop it until at last he becomes totally frustrated. Throughout history, many cultures experimented with model railroading, with mixed results. Years of patient study by the world's best minds finally produced the modern model train. Its complexity and sophistication are a far cry from man's first crude attempts. The scales. There are many different scales, ranging from O, in which 1/4 of an inch equals 1 foot. S, in which 3/16 of an inch equals 1 foot, is much smaller and is equal to 2 1/2 O scales, unless, of course, you go to HO, in which 17 N scales laid end to end wouldn't fit. However, Z scale, being only 22 times smaller in the southern hemisphere, can work in a radius of only 12 tangents across the end of an HO caboose, and that doesn't affect O and S at all. You put them all together and they spell Austin snots. However, the three most common scales are HO, N, and O. Anyone can be a model railroader. All it takes is a little imagination. The modern home offers the model railroader many fascinating places to locate his layout. This is not one of them. Rule of model railroading is, if at first you don't succeed, by the garage. The model railroader's first layout isn't always his best. The important thing is his enthusiasm. He's built it himself, and it's his. Putting models together is only a start. The challenge is in making them look real. Any layout starts with a basic shape. First, we add spurs and double-ended sidings with necessary crossovers and perhaps an inner reverse loop. As branch lines reach out to other shipping points,
more terminal sidings and oval routes will be added, while the throat of our yard expands. At this time, a second road cab or control point might be needed, with perhaps a third to oversee yard operations. As main lines grow and activity increases, more road cabs will be added. Their traffic is coordinated by a chief dispatcher or two, with more dispatchers added for each dozen or so cabs. To coordinate the yard masters, a train master and staff may be required, and perhaps the optional online UBM 9000 computerized traffic control system.
it is quite possible to become completely carried away.